What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Polygon here, and as we can see, it does look as though it has formed up very similarly to a lot of cryptos. Bitcoin, Ethereum, obviously we've got VeChain, Chainlink, Polygon, and a few other ones that we've been looking at. They've been performing this ABC correction in the market, as you can see here, where we've basically come down to sweep some of the lows, haven't we, before what we can only describe as a massive pump going into October. Obviously, September is usually a bearish month for financial markets in general. And we've had the Evergrande news, which has shocked the stock market a little bit, causing the crypto market to fall as well. But it looks as though, you know, Polygon, like so many other cryptos right now, forming a falling wedge, potentially looking something like this, or maybe something like this, where basically, you know, we're basically falling to the downside, looking for a little bit of support. And obviously with the markets kind of having that rolling over period, we have seen that ABC correction inside this kind of formation that we are seeing. I mean, you could argue that it's looking something like this. And basically what we're doing is we're just rolling over in a little bit of a downtrend, basically just trying to find a bit of support. Very similarly to how we did here, where we had the, you know, your lower lows and lower highs all the way down. You come all the way down, you find a bit of support, and then you get that bounce to the upside. And I mean, overall, what we're really looking at is just a higher high and, you know, a higher low. And if we do get this bounce somewhere here and start to move to the upside back towards that all-time high, then basically everything's on track, isn't it? A lot of people have been super bearish recently, but we do think in general, the market sentiment hasn't been right just because of, you know, it being September, which is typically a very, very bearish month in general for stock markets. And then the stock market has obviously dragged the crypto market down with it as well. But you can see here with the fib retracement tooling on, you can see quite clearly that what's been going on, basically all our levels being respected perfectly. We come down to our, what was this the 038. We'll try and reclaim the 50, which we did. We have one last test of our 618. We roll over from the 50, come down, looking for support, and we actually find support in and around this area of structure here, where we pretty much come down into this area a bunch of times, looking something like this, haven't we? And every single time that we've come down into this area, we have actually found a really, really good bounce. You can see here, every single time that we did hit this area with our the wicks that we come down before, over the past few weeks, we basically wicked down onto this area of structure and found a good bounce. And you can basically see that's what's happening here again with Polygon. We've actually had that ABC correction, which has taken us down into that area of structure, which we did say was going to be very important months ago. You should go check our videos out about it. But you can see here, we come down into this area. We get, you know, we get down fairly overextended to the downside here, to be honest. And then we get the huge pump yesterday. Today we're having a bit of a retracement. But it looks as though we've actually reclaimed the top of this range here. And if we could backtest it as support, we could have a really good platform here to go and attack that resistance that we're currently stuck under. As you can see, resistance on the way down. And, you know, if that does happen, then we could be looking at a very nice bounce for Polygon pretty soon. But, you know, things looking completely fine in my opinion. I mean, you look at this chart and you think, I mean, essentially, it could just be coiling to a point like this, couldn't it? For that, you know, that massive potential bull flag looking somewhere like this as well. If that was the case, you'd obviously be looking at a very monstrous price target for Polygon. If that was the case, we just drag this up. It might not be that big actually because of the way that the chart is logarithmic. But you can see we'd still be coming up well past our all-time highs here to around $4. If that was the case and we were just coiling up, basically doing something like this, where, you know, we're coiling up in a massive bull flag for Polygon, doing something like this, which, you know, is entirely possible considering how long that it has been chopping sideways now. And, you know, it just looks as though it's potentially just consolidating, isn't it, for that next leg up, in our opinion. And, you know, with the wider market, it's going to get very bullish going into October, in our opinion. And if that's the case, then we're obviously going to be looking at some very nice price targets. So just to round off with short-term price predictions then, we've obviously got our, if we move to the downside again, we would expect this area in and around this 038 to hold at around $1.10. And we do have the very strong $1 support level, a psychological support, very, very strong indeed. Where if we did roll over, we could scoop this up for a double bottom like this and then start to move to the upside, break out of our falling wedge and get back to, you know, winning ways going to the upside. And if we do continue to pump from here, we break out this resistance at around the 0.50, breaking out this resistance here and breaking out the 20 moving average, retesting it would be very bullish, getting back up towards that 618, you know, back into this range that we started here. And then as we always say, we do think $5 to $10 by the end of the bull run for Polygon is very likely. You can see our fib targets here. We've got the $10 level coming up around halfway up the 227 extension. We do have some very good price targets. The 127 coming in at around $4, the 141 at around $5-ish, the 161 at around $6.50, and around that 227 coming in at around $17, which is obviously a massive price target. But we do think $5 to $10 for Polygon very likely. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.